Hello everyone to today's video on qualitative data analysis, conversation volume versus conversation impact. Focus group interview is all about conversation by a qualitative researcher, social scientists, customer insight managers, meet your word transcript, moderator notes, feedback, surveys, media reviews, and from all those data sources, you make a list of analysis questions. You look at all the segment level differences. You read through the transcripts. You create your codes. You fine tune those codes. You group those codes into categories into themes, and that's where your data analysis is ready. What we're going to talk about today we're going to talk about from a different lens, and this is the conversation lens. Does chatter matter? Does the number or the quantity of chatter, the dialogue that a respondent makes matter on a given topic and on specific outcome variables? Right? So we're going to take a demo data of pen, looking at usage and attitudes towards pen usage. We're going to take that as an example to illustrate the point. So let's assume you, as a researcher, has gone through all this process, and now you're looking at and you've finished the coding process. This is your sample coded file where you got your codes, you got your tonality, you have grouped those codes into specific categories, which could be about trust, about grip, about economics, about multiple characteristics. And those coded data is then where question comes is what next. Right? You're looking at and figuring what next. uh, so one of the things that you can do, since it's an Excel file, you can quantify, right? Quantify how many people spoke about a given code, about a given category, and that's what we call as volume of conversation. So how many people are talking about a particular point, that itself is important, right? So if you believe in it, if you're going to talk a lot more than topics that really of not interest to you, versus you as a researcher would have asked them, especially in mixed methods, in survey, even if it's not explicitly asked, customers do talk about it. Customers do talk about saying, I want to visit the showroom, I will try the product, I will consider the product, I will recommend the product. So this is all about um, creating impact, right? So what is so impact could be in terms of purchase intention, consideration, likely barriers to adopting the product, improvement areas suggested by them, would recommendation ideas, specific sub action items, right? Behavioral actions, saying, will you go to the showroom? Will you click on the website? Will you check with your friends and family members if they bought it? So those we call outcome variables. So code or theme has not of importance if it does not impact your outcome variables, which is what we call, does volume of chatter versus the impact of chatter, and that is what we call as importance. So it may be a rating scale, it may be something that you will derive it from the conversational data, from a combination of tonality and persuasion parameters. So something is explicitly asked, something is implicitly asked. So what do you get? You get a grid of all the codes, all the categories, all the themes plotted on a 2 by 2, 3 by 3 grid, which is all about is an attribute, a touch point, a feature. Is it low importance, low chatter, high importance, high chatter, high chatter, low importance, high importance, low chatter? How does it matter? Obviously, you're going to prioritize. You're going to prioritize touch points, attributes which are on the high importance and high conversation grid. But you should also look at the high importance, the low importance, high volume chatter. For example, in this case, grip. So every respondent would have spoken about grip, about it being comfortable, about it being easy to hold, Is it being made of rubber material? The sub parameters might be more important, but grip is definitely spoken by everyone, and maybe grip is the defining feature, physical attribute of a pen, which is table stakes, right? Without a good grip, the pen is not going to be purchased or recommended. And then you have attributes such as usage, right? Which is not every student, every user is going to talk about, but it could be about academic usage, right? Whether you are using it for writing, solving calculus or maths versus for speed writing in an exam, or for writing specific subjects like history or language subjects, you need specific pens to make some illustrations or highlight your points, right? So some things are very important. Maybe they are niche brands, niche categories. Some things like price are not spoken a lot and also not impacting your outcome variables. Right? So something that you can ignore it at your end. You can decide about brand. Brand is important, trust is important, while writing benefits is there, but it's still not the single most defining features. While design, on the other hand, is of very high importance and moderate chatter, right? Especially the transparency of the pen, which seems to have a greater importance vis-a-vis the uniqueness or the simplicity of the pen. So this is the next steps of themes or codes or categories that you create, of mapping it, especially in mixed methods, in survey methods. Even if you have not asked them specific structured questions, you can still derive importance from the data, from the kind of conversation somebody has said, and create this grip which will help you to be more prescriptive in terms of your theme prioritization as you advise your clients. Yeah. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot an email. We are also available to for a quick demo of the work we do. Thank you very much. Thanks for participating.